Hey there, BikeBlogger here. I wanted to show you a couple lights for my bike. This here is the Light in Motion Urban 500. You can see that it's got some side lights right here. So there's some side visibility. They turn sort of an amber or an orange color, and they just stay steady on. It goes up to 500 lumens. It holds steady at 500 lumens for about 45 minutes. Then it starts dropping down to about 400 lumens for the next 45 minutes, and then it goes dead. It uses this flex strap thing. If you know what a contour action camera is, it's very similar to that. So this is a pretty good bike mount. You just sort of get it on the handlebar and voila, it's on the handlebar like that. You can also buy a GoPro mount for this light, I understand it, and that may even be more secure, and you can mount that in multiple places, obviously, wherever you might mount a GoPro camera, like on a like on your helmet or something. So this has a few different modes, as well as a sort of a strobe mode or a pulse mode. It takes about 6 hours to charge. You can get a fast charge model that charges within I think just a couple hours. But like I said, the battery life on this thing on the high setting is about an hour and a half. And then it goes dead, and then you need to go back and charge it again at a USB connection somewhere, like by your computer or something. Anyway, so I'm going to do a beam shot on this one, so to show you the different settings and how bright it is. And then I'm going to compare it to this other light I have, a Zebralight. This is not a bicycle light. This is a regular flashlight, although this is a pretty special flashlight. It's very powerful and it's very small, and I like it a lot. So no bias here. So I'm going to compare it to this light, the Light in Motion Urban 500. And just as a side note here, the Zebralight, this is the SC62w. This is brighter than the Light in Motion. It's just, the way it's made, it's brighter. It hovers around anywhere between 900 and 700 lumens. So this is 400 to 500, this is 900 down to 700 lumens before it goes dead after about 75 minutes. So this is brighter than this. However, you really will not notice a large difference between these lumen outputs of these lights with basically about the same size emitters. The Zebralight is obviously smaller, has a smaller head though. The beam pattern is actually going to be about the same though, because the reflectors are somewhat similar. Actually, I take that back. There might be a slight different beam pattern, but they're still small lights. So let's take a look. Let's do a beam shot of the Light in Motion 500. Let me just show you how you mount the Light in Motion. You just stick it on your handlebar like this. You grab this flex strap and you just pull it around real tight. There, now it's on there nice and snug, and you can actually turn this like that. So and it's still pretty darn steady. It's not really making any noises when you bounce even a road bike here with the skinny tires. So I don't want my bike to fall down. So I really like it. It seems like a really nice light, but let's do a beam shot real quick. Okay, so when I turn on the Light in Motion Urban 500, the first setting you'll see is the high mode. So here it is. This is the high mode. I actually got this angled up way too high. Let's turn that down a little bit. So this is the high mode, 500 lumens. You can see, like I was saying, it has a side light. Basically, it's just a hole inside the assembly there, so to allow light to spill out of, pretty much. It's not a separate light or anything. So this is the Urban, watch your eyes. This is the Urban, too bright. Urban 500 Light in Motion. Really nice light. Let's do some of the lower settings. So we go down a notch with one press. We go down another notch with another press. And then the next setting is the pulse, or the strobe sort of a setting. There it goes. And I press it again and it goes back to the high mode. And to turn it off, you just hold down the button here and it shuts off. So that was the Light in Motion Urban 500. I'm going to take it off now very simply. Just pull on this and it comes right off. So again, really easy to mount. I don't think it has a quick release, but you just simply slip it on here like this and pop it on. I mean, that just takes a second. Very easy. And it seems like it would be a pretty stable mount because it's got this flex strap with the notches. And I've owned a camera, a contour camera that uses this same setup, and it is very effective at dampening vibrations as well as holding the light on there. So the next light, Zebralight SC62w. I have a separate mount for this because it's a flashlight. You have to buy a flashlight mount. But this, plus the battery in here, of course, and the mount weighs basically the same as the Light in Motion light with its mount. So the weight is approximately the same, which is around 1/4 pound, so about 0.25 pounds. So let's just go ahead and put this in here. The way I got this set up, it's really easy. This is a cheap bracket for a flashlight mount. I just take my Zebralight and I just slip it in here, and it's quite sturdy. It doesn't really rattle around or anything. So that's really easy for me. It's probably a slight bit easier than and then I just push like that and it comes right out. So this is really easy to put on. Obviously this mount is not meant for this light or anything. It's meant for a lot of other lights too. So, but it seems to work well for me. Anyway, we're going to do a beam shot with this light now, the Zebralight SC62w. Alright, so with the Zebralight SC62w, it's just like that other light, the Light in Motion Urban 500 I just showed you. And the first thing that happens when I turn on it, it defaults to the highest, brightest setting. So let's go ahead and turn it on. So there's the Zebralight SC62w. This is the brightest setting. The nice thing about the Zebralight is it's got, I don't know, it's got maybe 8 different brightness settings and 4 different flashing settings. And I'm not going to get into all that now, but if I press and hold, it cycles through the different settings. So, and then each setting has like a sub setting, so you probably couldn't even really see that. It goes down very low, like 0.1 lumens or something. I think they call that a moonlight mode or something. Anyway, so this is the Zebralight SC62w. I did another video before on this light, as well as a Phoenix BC30 and a Phoenix UC40 Ultimate Edition. I really like this light. Similar to the Phoenix BC30, the Zebralight, this light here, has a neutral white color light. It's similar to a car headlight in terms of the light. It's, I guess that would make it like sort of a color of a halogen light or something. So it's got a certain, what is that, color rendering index or something, CRI, level, such that it has more of a neutral color to it, more of the color of the sun. So you can pick out more shadows and things don't look, you know, don't look as bland, I guess, and brushed out. You can see potholes better and stuff with a light like this, and I would recommend a light with a neutral white color. So that is why I like the Zebralight a lot. The Urban 500, let's go ahead and turn it on. So to put them both next to each other here. So the Urban 500, yeah, it just got even brighter because now I'm doing about 1,000 lumens or something. Not really. So this is the Light in Motion Urban 500, obviously the one with the side visibility thing on it, a light on it. And it also has a battery indicator light right here. So both are wonderful lights. I like them both quite a lot. I would say that I like the Zebralight more than the Light in Motion Urban 500 light because the Zebralight is a little smaller size-wise. The weight is basically the same, like I said. And the Zebralight also has a little clip on it, so I don't have to always have it mounted on my bicycle. I can take it off and stick it on my belt. Also, it has a replaceable battery. You don't have to charge it with a USB connection. I can just take multiple 18650 batteries, I think is what they're called. I can take multiples of those and then just swap them out while I'm on a longer ride. So it's good to always ride with a spare light. And if you're not going to have a spare light, then have some extra batteries or something. And it's really pretty quick and easy to swap batteries on that light. It's just one little battery, like I said, an 18650 battery for the light, for the Zebralight. And I just really like the neutral white color. Let's take a look real quick here again. I'm gonna just go ahead and mount the Light in Motion back on here real quick. Let's see here. Get it on the flex mount there. Okay. So turn it on, so there it is. Again, like I said, you can turn this, so that's really cool. I can turn this, watch your eyes. Yeah, I can turn this 360 degrees, that's pretty cool. And what worries me if I could swivel something like that, one thing that worries me is like, oh, well, the mechanism that allows it to do that eventually might become loose and then it'll start rattling and making a noise. I can't speak from experience whether that will happen or not because I have not ridden with this like for a long distance or anything, so I can't really speak to that. But one of the big positives, of course, with the Light in Motion Urban 500 light is it's got that side visibility, which is great. Now, of course, once you put your hands on the handlebars, look at that, you're probably going to be blocking quite a bit of that light though, so its usefulness really sort of drops. The nice thing about this light though is you can, it's got the flex strap, you can mount it pretty much anywhere. You can mount it underneath the handlebars, so then probably maybe more of the light could get through. If you mount this upside down, they don't really recommend it though, because of where the USB port is. It's got a nice plug to it, but if it's raining, there's a chance water could get in there and then you have to wait for it to dry before it will, work again for you. So thanks for watching, and like and subscribe. Yeah, check this out. I got the Light in Motion mounted on my fork down here. That's probably a really stupid idea, isn't it? Let's just see what it looks like. All right, I got the Light in Motion mounted down here. It's probably going to make the side visibility lights are going to be pointing up and down. Let's just press this. Yeah, look at that. Pretty goofy. The wheel blocks a lot of the light. Yeah, that's pretty bright. It's pretty bright. So that's cool, getting a light mounted really low like that. If you have eyelets on your fork ends, that is little holes on your fork where you can put bolts, you can actually get little things called bar stubs or something. Don't drop my bike, don't drop my bike. Some sort of like little stubby things, link in the description below, of course. And you can extend out a little piece of handlebar like over here, and you can mount all sorts of stuff to it, like a light. So this is just the Light in Motion mounted on the fork with the flex strap. Let's see what happens when I bounce the bike. I don't know if you can see that. I would imagine it's going to slip and probably fall off eventually. It's sticking on pretty good. I could probably get the strap to attach a little tighter even. That's pretty cool. And then now I got my light up here, the Zebralight. That's pretty cool. So the beam's a little lower, and then of course I can turn this. Look at that. I got like total control here. I wonder what that looks like from head on. I scare the heck out of motorists on the road. Let's take a look at that real quick here. Oh, I don't know if that's coming out on the camera. That looks really goofy. It's like a, you know, what do they call them? A motorcycle, and then you got like a little carrier seat next to the motorcycle. I don't remember what you call those. It's like, yeah, two different levels there. That's sort of cool looking. It's really goofy looking too. And then it, you know, the side visibility lights are pretty much useless. I'd imagine that would get sort of annoying when you're sitting up on the bike. Oh, look at that. Yeah, just look at the shadow there. You can see my spokes moving. I don't know if you can really, if the camera's really getting this, because, you know, the light's hitting the spokes and it's creating a interesting effect on the walls and stuff. Boy, I imagine that would be very distracting and probably dangerous. Anyway, thanks for watching. I don't think I know when to quit. Let's go ahead and ride around like this. I'm just really curious to see what this looks like. It's gonna be really goofy. And I'm wearing sandals, so. Oh my, I don't know if I can get back here without crashing. All right. Yes, that's really goofy because the light is creating a shadow effect, you know, and so you got the wheel right there, and so it's not a very good idea. It creates more light, so it lights up the bicycle at least itself. It's sort of goofy. I don't think I'm even gonna upload this. God.